Hi, I'm Keith.
I'm Jenny.
And we'd love it if you'd join us for Happy Hour with Keith and Jenny.
Unless, of course, you're not happy.
Well, if they're not happy, we can try to make them happy. It's Happy Hour.
I don't know about that.
What do you mean you don't know about that?
I think you should just back off.
See what I'm dealing with here?
This is Overthinking, where bold opinions, big questions, and brilliant distractions collide into one beautiful mess. Proudly presented by Carbliss Premium Handcrafted Cocktails. Flavorful and flawless. Hosted by Scott Siepker and Mackenzie Eddie. This is Overthinking, exclusively on Iowa Everywhere.
Happy Tuesday, Overthinkers. Sorry, not a great time to realize I think I have some bats in the cave. Can you see those?
Do you? Nope. I think you're bat free.
Okay. Because I
Tell
wasn't.
you who doesn't have any bats? The Cubs, man. Jeez. Those Brewers are pretty dang good. This ain't a sports show, sorry.
I love soccer too. Just kidding. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, we're not actually allowed. It's in our contract that we're not allowed to talk about sports. Remember, Scott? Because if so, they'll just kick us right off. Welcome to Overthinking with Mackenzie and Scott. I am Mackenzie Eddie, and no bats in the cave. That is Scott Siepker. And joining us today, our dear, dear friend, Aiden Wyatt. Hi, Aiden.
Hello, party people.
I
Hey,
love
party
that
people.
you have that little branding for yourself, Aiden. Do we
precious.
just call it the finger heart? The hand heart?
Hand heart, yeah.
Hand heart.
It's
Finger
so
heart.
it's so easy to just use it whenever. I use that emoji a lot.
It also doesn't
In any
look
circumstance.
anything like an actual heart. Like the hand heart would be more like.
Oh my God. You're overthinking it. This is Overthinking, proudly presented by Carbliss Premium Handcrafted Cocktails. Flavorful and flawless, exclusively here on Iowa Everywhere. We're happy to be here. It's a Tuesday.
Went out and had a Carbliss watermelon flavored after Adam Sandler on Saturday night. Went with.
And what I tell you?
It's very good.
Delicious.
Yeah, I went to go watch the UFC fights, and I had a Carbliss at Tonic Downtown, what the Downs is, and my buddy Aaron. What happened to you, Aiden? You just left.
Yeah, we was not my decision, but we left
Oh,
in the
wow.
middle.
Oh,
Of-
you don't
You
throw
just-
anyone under the bus
Wow.
like that. Don't
No,
you do that.
it wasn't. I don't know if it was anyone's decisions. We just thought the show was over, so we left during Girl with
Aiden had
you.
to get back and listen to Taylor Swift, and we will get more on
true.
that later. And I don't blame him for that because there's a lot to unpack. You know, there's a new album that dropped on Friday, and like I said, we're gonna get to it. But today's show, there's a ton to include in today's show. We're gonna talk about AI actors. We're gonna talk about the psychology of going to bed angry. Have you ever done that, Scott?
Oh yeah.
Found treasure, and what you little freaks have been overthinking. And I got to tell you, lots of good ones this week. Lots of good
Yeah,
ones.
hi,
People are
little
just-
freaks.
You little sick little freaks. I love it.
Is that
I
what
love it. But
the viewers
What?
of the show should be called?
no, they're the
Little
they're the
freaks?
overthinkers. They're our
Yeah,
overthinkers.
you're overthinkers.
Yeah. But I said I'm going to allow 4 minutes in the intro of this show today to talk about Life of a Showgirl. So if you haters out there, if you don't like Taylor Swift, you can go do something else for 4 minutes. I don't know what takes you 4 minutes, but then come back here because we have a lot to unpack. But Aiden, get in here. I do want to talk about Miss Taylor Allison Swift dropping what number? 13?
12.
12th
13 is
album?
going to be,
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
yeah.
On Friday, but how are you feeling? I know there is kind of a real group chat going on. Sorry, Scott, you're not a part of it. I am, and
Yeah,
I actually just can't shut the hell up. But
The
it's fine.
group chat started with the Matt Van Winkle apology text. He said, I wasn't familiar with their game. I listened to it a second time and thought it was great.
I was
and
shocked to see that because
that's
Matt's not
kind
one
of
that backs
been-
down.
No,
No,
that Matty Van
Loving
Wilk,
that.
he'll get you.
He will get you.
I think a lot of people kind of had that where they listened to it the first time, they're like, what?
Yeah,
But then, like, I've been listening to it all weekend. I like it a lot. But I also am more of a poppy Taylor Swift.
yeah.
Like, the Torture Poets Department, I actually talked about this with John Liebel. That album was not for us. That was for, like, girls who have gone through hardships and relationships and that kind of stuff.
Don't I know it, brother? Don't I know it? I've
So-
been happily married for 11 years. It's not a big deal.
So I like this album a lot more, and I was actually listening to it on my way home before I hopped on here. And if people are talking a lot about the song "Wood," which I feel like should be addressed on this program,
What's that about?
it's so funny
Superstition?
because I did go see the movie on Friday night with my girlfriend and my sister, and we kind of went into it thinking like, let's throw $12 into a hole, burn it, whatever. It'll be fun. And it was fun. And so she explains every song and she gets to Wood, and it's just like 15 seconds of her saying, this is about superstitions and trying to be lucky and that kind of stuff. And then she just smirks and there's like silence. And so I think people are overthinking that. It's nothing more than a silly, goofy song about Travis Kelce's ding dong. The redwood tree, that was the key that opened her thighs. I mean, this whole album is a love letter to him, pretty much. So I was fine with like one silly, goofy throwaway song that people are going to jam to.
Yeah, because I'm going to say, the words are a little, I did clutch my pearls a little bit, but I was telling you guys, I was playing this album and that song came on and my daughter, who is 3, started like dancing to it. I was like, no, we were not going to actually listen to this song. Actually, we're not going to do that. I need to be a good parent here and step in, and we're not going to listen to that. But it is really, really catchy. I agree, Aiden. I think I was actually talking to Scott about this yesterday because I had a long road trip yesterday and I was just calling my friends, calling my co-hosts, see what's going on. And you're welcome. You know what, Scott? You're welcome.
Yeah. What do you thank you for you're welcoming me.
You know what? Anytime. But yeah, she I don't know. I have also been reading some of the critiques, and I don't know. I think she's happy. I think she doesn't need to get creative with all of her lyrics this time. I think she's just like, here I am.
Yep.
Here's what it is. I'm happy. I don't need to like twist my words and make you guys jump through hoops to figure out what I'm just, I'm having sex and I'm writing about it. That's it.
I think people are seriously having a problem having happy songs that she's written.
They are.
People want the pissed off Taylor, Shakespeare lyricism, if you will. Which, granted, she did bring in Shakespeare in The Fate of Ophelia. But I think it's just kind of funny that, people just don't know how to act with a happy Taylor Swift album. Because we had Lover, but it was it was an anxious in love, if that makes sense, where it was like, you're so wound tight. This is more of like a free flowing. Yeah. So I was a big fan of the album, all in all.
Me too.
Well, I always listen to an album twice. That's got to be a rule. You can't.
That's a good rule to have.
You have to listen to it twice, and I did, and I think AD in the group chats said it the best. This isn't for me. I found it to be underwhelming, even upon a second listen. I think what I enjoy a lot about Taylor Swift is that she does change her sound. I really appreciate that about a big artist, not just like a Morgan Wallen who just does the same thing over and over and over. She really does challenge herself, even if you just go from the country to pop. But even inside of pop, she's done a lot of different sounds. I felt like, Aiden, tell me if I'm wrong about this, because I certainly go to your opinion on this. It felt to me like Chappell Roan was a ghost on this album, that her influence and her popularity was in on some of these songs. And she didn't mention her directly. And so maybe that's, and certainly it got started off with Fate of Ophelia. I'm like, Shakespeare!
But she didn't even explain the fate of, she didn't actually describe Ophelia.
Well,
right?
Hopefully a lot of people are
Just
looking
so
that
know.
up now. And but
She does explain it in the movie if you happen to see it.
Okay.
But I just found it to be underwhelming. I'm not a person who's upset by it by any means, other than I don't like the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, they lost last night. And
I know, I saw that. That was pretty sweet.
Here's my only thing. We got 15 seconds left on this, and I'll just take the opportunity to close it. I don't want the Chiefs to keep freaking losing this year and then piss off Travis, and then that ruins their relationship. Because you know how a
True.
man can be when they get all pissy when they lose their little football games.
Hey, but listen, how good would that number 13 album be if this relationship does?
If this
fall
whole
apart?
thing goes to shit, I'm out. I'm out. I'm not watching football ever again. I'm not listening to another Taylor Swift song ever again. That's right. Okay.
Last thing I'll say, my top song is Opalite. Thank you for your time.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm a big Sabrina Carpenter fan, as you all know. So I enjoyed the last track.
I love Sabrina Carpenter's voice. And those are my top 2 songs. Yeah. All right. What else is going on with you, Scott? How's Iowa Nice Guy
is out there just making people mad. So
Yeah.
that's been fun.
I'm just going to say that we caught some strays today. The state of Iowa caught some strays today because of something that Iowa Nice Guy said.
Yeah, that's going to happen quite a bit between now and the end of the season. God, it's fun. I think, and also on my Twitter, I've sort of taken more of I'm in character more on there. So I'm definitely poking the bear and understanding how easy it is to manipulate the algorithm and just get people riled up about nonsense.
Now, I want to ask you about that.
Yeah.
Because when you are playing this character as the Iowa Nice Guy and you do receive any bit of feedback, whether it's negative or positive, does it bother you as much?
I actually enjoy it.
Now,
it's strange to say.
It is so strange.
It is.
It's so strange. And I think, I mean, that is so interesting because it's still you, but it's not you. And I think that I could handle it.
Yeah, I've taken it. I just took a step back, which is probably a good lesson for my entire life. Many of us, we can just step back and know, like the stuff that people are saying, even the personal stuff.
No, I actually can't handle any negative feedback. Praise only from now on. Okay, you guys. I'm sorry if I make you mad. That's one thing, but you cannot give it back to me. I'm too fragile. I can't handle it. I'm made of glass. Right. Look at me. I'm fragile. I'm fragile.
Oh yeah. Cincinnati, the football team of the University of Cincinnati certainly did not appreciate my.
They didn't appreciate it because they didn't get it. It looks like
calling them the Scooter Braun of the Big 12, which again you have to sort of be a Swiftie, but that's what I enjoy with writing these segments with Nick Ronkowski is like we can really like just go deep on some little nuanced part of the internet or pop culture and make some really inside jokes that people like Aiden can enjoy, making an analogy between Scooter Braun and Cincinnati in the Big 12, which is a completely ridiculous way to go down a path. But boy, it sure made me laugh.
That's funny. That's funny. Well, it's great to see him out there. It's great to see you here.
Yeah, and I would say the interaction, the ratings, whatever, the views, whatever, are going up and up. Doubled more than the first week, and Nick and I are writing week 7 right now. It's a good one. It's going to be exciting. So stay tuned. Iowa Everywhere. Iowa Nice Guy will drop on Thursday.
All right. We'll look out for that. Are you guys ready to jump into top topics that we are overthinking, brought to you by the Carbliss brothers?
The daggum Carbliss brothers.
Get them out there. You got to do that overseeding. You got to do that aeration. You got to get your lawn set up for success come the spring. It's not like it just sits there.
Getting rain right now. So yesterday.
Currently? Is it raining today?
I'm sorry, this week. And so yesterday I got some more seed to put down because the seed that I used, I got a leak in my pipe. I'm getting that fixed out for
Is that
outdoor.
a euphemism for something? What's going on with you? You need to go see the doctor about that? You got a leak in your pipe?
Actually, I do go to my wellness
painful.
check, as they call it. They don't call it physical anymore. My wellness check in 2 weeks. So
we'll see.
Wellness
checks are for kids. I take my kids to their well checks.
Okay, well, I'm going to get a physical.
Do you go to a pediatrician? Scott, I could actually see you being one of those people who has just kept their longtime pediatrician and just has never like upgraded to a real doctor.
If I was
Do you
back
still
in
go?
Carroll, I would absolutely still be going to the same doctor. So only
check
because
your reflexes, Scotty.
Yeah, that's right. But
Get a
I
sticker.
was born by flashlight. You got to stay loyal to the man who delivered you.
That's right. In a snowstorm.
That's right.
Precious
But
baby.
get out there. I'm getting I had to put the fence back up around this spot where the dog always runs. Because we also I got a 3-legged dog visiting next door, and we have a doggy door in the fence. So we got a 3-legged dog coming over. I got the Doberman staying overnight tonight. So my grass is, it's a little bit of a struggle in some spots, but we got the fence up now so the dangum Kaburski brothers work can actually come through. Like this. This is like this.
That sounds great. Amazing. All right. Get them called, you guys. First story. AI actress Tilly Norwood is causing a scene. All right. So if you are watching, I want you to look at this girl right now and realize that this is a new AI generated actor named Tilly Norwood, and she was introduced at a film industry summit in Zurich. She's a photorealistic digital character, a 20-something British accented creation created by Particle 6, a London studio. Just first glance, what do you think, Scott? And don't talk about her looks. She's fake. She's not real. Don't call her hot. Don't do it.
How old is she supposed to be?
20-something. So she's too young for you
They have
anyway.
made her very attractive. Yeah, which
All
is
right.
probably a wise idea if you're going to try and pull one of these things off.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her in anything quite yet. Is she good?
We'll see. Her launch video was short. It was 20 seconds, showing Norwood introducing a fictional TV show. She's part of a larger rollout with 16 AI characters, but she was the face of the debut. That debut triggered backlash from SAG-AFTRA, which is the actors union. They released a
That looks
statement.
too real, that photo right there.
know.
God.
I brought this as story number one because you're so AI pro. You're a pro AI little stinker. The SAG-AFTRA released a statement. Tilly Norwood is not an actor. It's a computer program trained on countless human performances without permission or compensation. So it's safe to say they are pissed off about this situation. The union is pushing back hard, arguing that synthetic performers threaten creative jobs and degrade the value of real artistry. Meanwhile, Particle 6's team says they don't intend to replace actors, but to create new forms of creative expression. Still, talent agents are reportedly starting to take AI characters seriously. And some in the tech academic world are skeptical. For instance, the USC Entertainment Technology Center called much of the hype nonsense, noting that real actors have distinct fan bases and emotional nuance that AI might struggle to replicate convincingly.
All of these people, the union, whoever you read that statement from, they are wishfully thinking at this point. If you don't think that an AI character can generate genuine emotion in human beings and create genuine fandom, you're wrong. And you're not going to be able to actually deal with what is coming. Actors, we don't get any special treatment compared to, say, a worker in a factory who gets replaced by a robot. Mm-hmm. We think we're all special, but we are now becoming replaceable. I don't know what the solution is here other than hoping that we can stay with letting people know when it's AI generated character.
Yeah.
So that you know and you can make a choice. But I bet that I have already fallen. I bet on TikTok, I've watched multiple videos of somebody who I thought was a real person, actually is AI. And I thought, oh, yeah, they made some good points. That's happening. It's going to continue to happen more and more.
Yeah, it is. Unless they outlaw this is
How
just
can
the
you
future.
can't outlaw it? You can't.
I said unless they outlaw it. Quit arguing with me. I sent you a video a couple weeks ago. Do you remember that? It was a woman she's a real person. She exists. She invented this hand cream, and she was this marketing agency that she works with. Took her likeness, sat her in front of a podcast, like equipment, like she's recording this real podcast, but it is not her. It is a replica. It's a digital replica of her talking about this hand cream. It's not her. It's fake, but she exists. But she can't sit down and actually just talk about her product the way that this AI generated version of her can. So it's not only taking people who don't exist and making them famous and putting them on movies. It's taking you, replicating you, and making you bigger and better and more fluent and able to do things that normal you couldn't do. So,
And for cheaper, eventually much cheaper and much easier. I think about the Iowa Nice Guy stuff when I go over to the DeWild's house where I've been filming.
are you putting out AI Iowa Nice Guy?
What I'm saying is, how quickly will somebody be able, because it's not like I move in that chair very much. And,
Right.
it'd be very easy, probably not today, but someday soon, to replicate all of that.
Yeah.
And so it is...
It's scary. I mean,
It's-
the way I was able to be scammed by PayPal, or not PayPal, a couple weeks ago by a real human person, because I'm a dumbass. Think about how in the future they're going to be able to take our voices, take your voices, call your grandma, say, "Grandma, I'm stuck on an island. You need to pay these people millions of dollars to get me off this island." Like, we need to come up with safe words. This whole thing is scary. I know you said that they can't outlaw it, but they're going to have to figure something out, because
There's
this
nothing
is
to figure out.
Yeah, there. What do you mean there's nothing to figure out?
Because no matter what you come up with, people will be able to figure out how to use AI to circumnavigate it. Whatever rule you come up with, how are you going to enforce it?
I don't think that, well, like the SAG-AFTRA is trying to enforce it in Hollywood.
They're trying, but
Yeah, but
what
how are they going
happens
to let
when a
entire
studio-
production companies or studios? Those movies aren't going to be eligible for what awards for?
They're
what?
not worried about awards. They're worried about making money. And when you can make a film that now costs $50 million because human beings are in it, and you
Yeah.
can make it for $1 million faster and not having to deal with a bunch of things like kids' school schedules when you hire a kid inside of a film, like all of that, there is no way you're going to be able to get on top of this unless the public demands it. But the public isn't going to be able to tell the difference.
The public won't be able to tell the difference. The public doesn't care. The public
And they
just wants to
won't
be
care.
entertained.
They won't care.
You know, they just want to be entertained. I saw this interesting argument the other day, and I thought, okay, that's actually a great point. How did people feel when animation came on scene? Because that was stealing jobs, technically. How did they feel when even
Cartoons.
right,
You know,
animation
just-
cartoons, even, like whatever Pixar is, that
Puppet
stuff.
shows.
Even clay and puppetry, clay animation. That technically is the same thing. Obviously, it's hard to compare it to apples to oranges, but not really when you think about it.
Well, it's all on a spectrum, right? If you go back to
course.
the original theater, it was probably some ancient humans, one putting on a mastodon hide, another one having a spear around the campfire, and they're telling this story about the hunt that day, right? And then you eventually get to this place where you're adding lights and sounds in a digital form that you don't even need somebody clapping to do horse
Right.
sounds anymore, right? So this is all on that spectrum. It's going to come down to, and this is my hope, this is my positive outlook, is that hopefully the younger generations and our generations will strive to be in person, and that live in-person content, whether it's music, theater. I feel like opera right now should be doubling down, because you want to have something happening right there and then. And you have to get rid of auto-tune in concerts. Like, what do you cannot sit here and complain to me about
No,
AI,
you know what?
and
You
then
can't-
you
you
use
cannot- no.
auto-tune.
No.
Get out there,
T-Pain-
make
T-Pain was very important to just me becoming like a young woman, an adult. And if you try to take away T-Pain's auto-tune from me, take it from my cold, dead hands, Scott. You can kiss my ass.
That's fine. Okay, I digress.
I will say I've sat my kids down, each of them. I've given them, the talk. And that talk is, if you think about bringing home an AI boyfriend or girlfriend, you're cut off. We're not doing this. Not in my house, honey.
Okay, you are going to be seen as really out of touch at some point.
Trust
How
me.
dare you not allow us to have a robot? They take
I
care
already
of my
have.
needs. They help
Sick.
me in all the ways that I can. They love me, Mom.
They're not going to give me grandkids, So,
Are you sure?
are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that? I'm pretty sure about that. All right. Well, I'm pissed. And you know what? I might just go to bed pissed because it's fine. Common advice says you should never go to bed angry with your partner, but a growing movement in psychology says that rule might be doing more harm than good. Clinical psychologist Samantha Whiten argues that forcing a resolution late at night is often counterproductive. Emotions are already depleted, logic is weak, and saying one more dumb thing can actually make it worse. Yeah, actually, when she explains it that way, it makes a lot of sense. Instead, she suggests a strategy called HALT. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. If any of these conditions are present, okay, can I just say I am hungry, angry, lonely, and tired probably 22 out of the 24 hours of the day. So this just isn't this. We'll see.
It sounds like you'll never have to argue in your life. You can just go to bed.
Yeah. If any of those conditions are present, it's a terrible time to argue. Pause the fight, sleep on it, and revisit when you're rested. Whatever. This is so easier said than done. The idea isn't to avoid conflict forever, but to pause it with respect. Oh my God. This is too woke for me. The hope is that you'll come back to the argument more centered and clear-headed. To reduce these late-night fights altogether, psychologist Sabrina Romanoff suggests deeper emotional check-ins during the day. Not just how was work, but asking, how are you feeling? Really? The article suggests reframing never go to bed angry. But they say never go to bed without a rain check. I'm sorry. Sure.
I think if you go to sleep, usually you get a reset and you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh. Now, it's specific, right? Like case-by-case basis on some of these things, right? Sometimes you do need to have that conversation because if it's bad enough, you're probably not going to sleep anyway. But if it's not that bad, okay, and you think you could go to sleep, and then you might accidentally like start cuddling in the night, which will bring you physically together and probably emotionally together, you're probably going to wake up feeling more relaxed, be like, oh, okay, that wasn't that big a deal.
I don't know. This whole article, now, I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the way I am. A lot of people aren't like me. A lot of people are more kind than me. A lot of people are more caring than me. But have you ever heard the advice where when your partner is mad and then the partner is supposed to turn to their significant other and say, do you want to vent right now or do you want solutions right now? If someone actually ever said that to me, I would walk out the door and never come back. Like, don't talk to me like I'm this little psychology project. That is so annoying. That is so irritating. If someone, of course I want to vent right now. That's what I want to do. And no, I don't want your solution. And if someone was asking me, do you want to vent or do you want to, maybe I'm a horrible partner. I don't know. Maybe Jeff.
I love this. My biggest, from Zach, my biggest fights in my relationship have been for my wife refusing that we should go to bed angry. And we just get more and more angry. This is a vicious cycle. I don't want to go to bed angry. I want to go to bed angry. It's healthy to go to. Yeah, that's good. Mm-hmm.
That is good. That is good. Well, HALT. If you're hungry, angry, tired, or wait, what's the L?
Hungry, tired, lonely.
Lonely. What's that mean? Who are you going to argue with if you're lonely? Yourself?
Actually, to be fair, that's how I spend most of my time in my head.
Lonely?
Hey, inner critic.
He's dumb. Your inner
He's
critic.
there all the time, though.
He thinks he's so smart.
mean.
He thinks he's better than everybody. He's dumb. You know who
He's
he
just
reminds
trying to
me of?
protect me. He's just trying to protect me. But he's wrong.
If he reminds me of Keith Urban, who, back to last week's story, we were kind of assuming what happened with Keith and Nicole. And Cade sent us an article yesterday that said there's been reports that Keith Urban actually wasn't very happy with his wife's role in Baby Girl. So,
well, that is as an actor who has been in relationships and kissed many women who inside of plays that didn't wasn't the significant other at the time. It's a hard thing for some people, and all I can say is that every stage kiss I've ever had was not.
Are you ready to talk about that one stage kiss yet?
Probably not. Probably not.
Not yet?
No.
Okay.
No.
Give us a
no.
date. Give us a countdown when you'll be ready to talk about that stage kiss.
I got to make sure a couple people probably aren't listening. But yeah, I did have a stage kiss that crossed the line, is what Mackenzie is referring to. And I shut that down real quick. That was opening night of a play.
Did you
and
bite?
I went down and just was, and it never happened again. But it should never happen. That's completely unprofessional.
Oh, okay. Don't make it so serious.
You can't do that. It's already
You know who wouldn't kiss you
weird thing.
during a performance? Tilly, whatever the hell her name is,
Yeah.
Tilly Norwood. And I just have to go back to that really quick. Think about all the scandals and things that happen with real actors. Like racial slurs, abuse, picking a side. AI actors aren't going to do that. Just so you know. They're not going to be programmed to be problematic. They're going to be programmed to do their job, and that's it.
Yeah, Paul
Kinda taking
wrote
his
in
side.
this little quote that he had found that Tilly Norwood doesn't need a hairstylist or have regrettable posts. And if you want to see a virgin on screen, this one, it's AI. It can be anything you want it to be.
Wait, virgin, like literal virgin? What do you mean?
Oh, I don't know I don't know exactly what it means, but it's obviously
'Cause
not
that's
a real character, so it's
sick.
never had, obviously it's never kissed anybody or had relations with them. So
Well, who cares if it did? That's some incel combo right there. I don't like that.
Well, he put quotes around it.
I know.
in his
I'm not
defense.
calling Paul an incel. I'm saying wherever that was written. I'm not. I would never do that.
Well,
right?
it's going to get weirder and weirder because Sora, I don't know if you saw yesterday, Sora put out a new version of their video generator, and
Yes.
it is, you just have to be hyper vigilant. And we said this weeks and months ago. You got to, if you haven't started yet, to be hyper vigilant on every video that you see, asking yourself if this is real or not. You're doing yourself a disservice, and you are going to fall for something you don't want to fall for.
Yeah, I know that it is. You're right about that. Have conversations with the older people in your family. Have conversations with the younger people in your family. And I'm not kidding. Develop that safe word. So if you do ever get a phone call that just sounds a little bit off, and have that word or have something where you can identify that this is actually. I hung up on a lady the other day calling me about a credit card because I was so freaked out about that PayPal situation. And I just hung up on her because I'm so freaked out by it now. I'm like, this lady could be scamming me.
Like my voice, hell, we've been on this show now long enough that somebody could take this show and generate our voices easily at this point. So just be vigilant. Be very vigilant.
Yeah.
And I love your idea of a safe word, Mackenzie. That's great
Something
out
like
there.
that.
And make sure your family keeps it to yourself.
Right.
Because you got to be, again, hyper vigilant. And go out in person. Go meet people in person. Go listen to live music. Go to theater. It's that's the human connection that I hope we all
Go
strive
out.
for.
And if you can't go out to any of those places, go out into the ocean because you could find $1 million in gold coins because that happened this week. $1 million in gold coins was found in a shipwreck along the Florida coast. Off Florida's Treasure Coast, divers uncovered 1,000 silver coins and multiple gold escudos from a Spanish shipwreck dating back to the 1715 fleet. The treasure chest is valued at around $1 million. The storm that sank the fleet in 1715 scattered its hull across seabeds. This is so exciting because I love this kind of shit. What was that show on Netflix that I got really into? They were chasing the treasure around.
The hunter, the hunting wives.
Yeah, I did love that one, but that's not what I'm talking about. I like that one for different reasons. Many of the coins are well preserved, thought to have come from Bolivia, Mexico, and Peru, offering a window into colonial era minting. The salvage operation is being conducted under a state permit. Under Florida law, the state retains up to 20% of such finds or public display or research. The rest may go to the salvage team. The find is being heralded as not only monetary, but as historical significance, physically reconnecting us to the past. I think this is so cool. I think
it's what
Florida
you
is
want.
being a schemy little bastard by saying, hey, good job. Give me 20%. That's so Florida. It's good to see Florida like with their cigarette and like cockroaches crawling up their kids. They're
You
so
found
gross.
a treasure. I'll take 20%.
Give me 20%.
Why does he have a New York accent? There's a lot of New
'Cause
Yorkers in Florida now.
He came from
Yeah,
New
you're right.
York and he has a rat in his pocket because New York's full of rats.
Was the show that you watched Outer Banks, John?
Yes,
suggests?
John.
There you
It was
go.
Outer Banks.
Well
I
done,
loved
John.
it. It was definitely for younger audience, but I ate that shit right up. I loved it. It was so good. What would you do?
I love a
if-
treasure chest.
Yeah, I love a
treasure
treasure.
hunt.
I love a treasure hunt. I mean, what? The Goonies. I actually don't like the movie The Goonies. Not at all. Not one bit. I don't like that movie.
Hey, you guys.
I am obsessed with the DB Cooper story.
Yes.
Wait, what's the movie about that? Without a Paddle. Have you seen that one?
Yes.
That one's good.
Yes.
It's got Seth Green, the guy
Oh,
who plays
yes.
Shaggy, and Dak Shepard.
Yes.
pretty
That's an
funny.
old movie.
Yeah.
Somehow my parents started watching this YouTube documentary about DB Cooper. I don't know. We always have Friday happy hours at our house, and my dad was like, "I was watching this on YouTube." I'm like, "Dad, when did you start watching YouTube?" And he was watching the YouTube. He was watching it on his phone, and then somehow they got it hooked up on the TV. And there's this really good YouTube documentary. I guess.
Can we go back to, and Dave
Yeah.
Stout brings up a good point. You don't like the Goonies?
No, I don't. It gives me a pit. I just don't care
What?
for it.
Okay.
I don't know. It just kind of it makes me unsettled. It gives me that homesick feeling. I don't like it. I think it's because aren't they underground a cave?
Well,
Any
yeah, they do
situation
go
where
down.
there's a cave,
Yeah.
I don't like it. I get claustrophobic. And actually just think that I'm kind of starting to sweat.
Okay.
like
Well,
the
we're learning
Goonies?
something. I haven't watched it in a long time. I'm sure maybe it's a little weaker nowadays if I were to go to watch it. But I love that film growing up. What a sense of adventure for, obviously it's mostly, a lot of boys running around, but they do add in those high school girls. So maybe it could appeal to everybody. But Spielberg doing a good job of a kid's film.
But he did that? That's
Yeah.
a Spielberg movie?
It sure is.
Okay, I just want to talk really quick. When you were a kid, did you kind of have free reign with the TV? Was your mom and dad
no.
monitoring what you were watching? No?
My dad was king of the television. Yeah. No,
But
no.
would he let you sit there and watch what he was watching?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was the only option. And I remember as a little kid, Married with Children was very popular. And so we'd watch it, and my brother and I would laugh at some of the jokes that we didn't really understand,
you
but there's a
know? Yeah.
laugh track, but we'd
course.
laugh. And then my parents would look at me, like snap their head over and say, "What are you laughing at?" I'd be like,
It was definitely a joke about sex. or
Yes,
something
yes, yes.
completely disgusting.
you just
Okay.
knew it was inappropriate.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, and then we eventually got this giant sort of satellite thing that would go, and then you try and get in some like G3 channel, whatever. And, but my dad, no, it was his show.
It was his programs and you had to watch
Yep.
it. I was just thinking, because I talked about it recently, there was this Halloween movie that my mom and I would watch when I was a kid. And it was called The Witches. And technically it is a children's movie, but it is so scary. I just watched it this weekend and it is so scary. But then I was just thinking back to all the movies that I would watch with my mom or I was watching without supervision. I will say Married with Children is one that I was not allowed to watch. If they saw me watching that, they'd get pissed. But Untamed Heart, do you remember that movie with
No.
Christian Slater? I'm pretty sure he had like an 8-part put into his body.
Like
Yeah, I think
a
so.
gorilla heart.
Some sort of
Okay.
primate. And then anyway, it's like a love movie. I think Marissa Tomei is in it. I could be getting this totally wrong. This actually could be a fever
Tomei
dream.
is
This could be a fever dream. If any of you have seen Untamed Heart, but then I won't spoil it. That was definitely not a movie for children. I was just sitting there watching that. I was watching Drop Dead Fred was my favorite movie as a kid. Do you remember that one?
never seen it.
My mom, until recently, I was telling her about it. I was like, Mom, Drop Dead Fred was my favorite movie as a kid. I loved that movie. And she's like, I thought it was a kid's movie. It's not a kid's movie. I'm going to make a list of all the movies I watched under 10 years old that I shouldn't have been watching. Arachnophobia.
Joseph writes that The Goonies is indeed trash, and so many of my fellow Gen Xers love it for some reason. So, hey, you and Joseph agree, and Zach
Right,
says he's never even seen The Goonies, and our favorite, Eric Herman, the brilliant Eric Herman,
That's me hugging
he's
Eric.
mad at you right now because
Oh,
you've
wait.
never seen The Goonies.
No, The Goonies. Kenzo. I agree. He doesn't like it.
Oh, shoot. Oh, my gosh. Dang it. I
can't.
shouldn't have put that up. Zach has been watching South Park since the age of 5.
Oh my God. It is a cartoon, okay? It is a cartoon.
Have you seen Revenge of the Nerds? D. Coop is asking there, Mackenzie.
No, I haven't.
It's been a long, long time, but I remember it because I was a nerd, and I should probably go back, and I feel like it's a very inappropriate movie, if I remember correctly.
Most movies
were
inappropriate.
You know what wasn't, though? Marissa Tomei, aged like a fine wine, Zach says, because Marissa
You're going
Tomei is like my
hunting?
favorite. Oh, she's such a good actress.
Do you know what that's from?
From My Cousin Vinny,
Yeah.
Academy Award winner.
I memorized that line last year. I'm going to have to pull it out again this year because when Jeff goes hunting, I always say the "you're going hunting" line, and then imagine you're a deer and you're walking through the woods and you get thirsty, so you put your little deer lips down to the. I gotta get better at it. But
Okay,
when it's
well,
ready,
practice. Maybe are you going to
Yeah,
go
practice.
as Marissa Tomei in
practice.
My Cousin Vinny for Halloween?
sure, yeah, I wouldn't
And
look
Jeff
as good
could go
in the-
as
Joe
as
Pesci.
Joe Pesci. He's twice
If he
the
walked
height
on his
of Joe
knees,
Pesci.
if he walked on his knees, we could make that work. Okay. All right, guys. There is a new deal breaker in dating. A new global study found that politics is now one of the biggest deal breakers for women when it comes to relationships, even more than looks or money in some cases. Researchers from the University of Göttingen, I don't know, and the University of Jena analyzed data from over 13,000 single women in 144 countries through the Ideal Partner Survey, and the results were striking. Almost half, at 47%, of left-leaning women said they'd rather stay single than date someone with different political views. 41% of right-leaning women felt the same, but only 22% of moderates said politics mattered that much. Conservative women placed higher importance on traditional factors like religion, shared ethnicity, and financial stability, while left-leaning women cared less about those and more about shared values and beliefs. That's not really that surprising, I guess.
No, and it's probably, you should know that about yourself,
Yeah.
Before you get into a relationship with somebody from the other side of the aisle. It's not impossible, of course. James Carville and his wife, what's his wife's name? Can't remember. They are on opposite ends. And then the Conways, they're opposite, and they made it work. So it is possible, because here's one of the things. Politics are important, yep, but they're not the only thing that's important. And it doesn't have to be the centerpiece of your life. And if it is, then you should probably be with somebody who feels the same way.
Yeah. One thing everyone agreed on was kindness matters. Across all political groups, women rated a caring and supportive partner as non-negotiable. Oh, and height still counts. Nearly all women preferred taller partners, especially conservatives, especially those conservative gals. They said, if you're not taller, I'm sorry, don't even swipe whatever way you need to swipe.
See, I'm a little taller than 5'11", but if you say you're 5'11", everyone thinks you're 5'10". But if you lie and you say you're 6 foot, because I am 6 foot with my boots on.
Oh, hell yeah.
Is that sounds like a country
Boots on.
song?
I was just going to say, with my boots on.
Randy Houser, right? Yeah, Randy Houser. I'm going out with my boots on. I got to listen to that. That's a great song.
Whose boots have your... Whose bed have
There
your
you go.
boots been under?
Yeah. And who's, I think, Shania Twain, that is.
Yeah.
Um,
Another
it's,
Canadian. My God.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
You got to watch out.
You really
Oh,
do.
yeah, because,
And it's-
wait, we didn't talk about Bare Naked Ladies on the air today. So that
no,
whole
that was
Canadian
just some pre-show
pre-show
chatter.
chatter. I
Have
love the
any
Bare
of
Naked
you
Ladies.
guys heard of the artist, the Canadian rapper Snow, and his famous song Informer? If so, write it in the comments.
I'd never heard of Snow before. And then
Until I sang it to Scott.
well, then I
before
had
the
to
show.
look it up.
That's paid
let's-
content. You can't get that for free.
Dave Stout says he's 6'2". Scott is now 5'11". I know Dave Stout. I was his best man in his wedding. Dave is taller than 6'2". Okay.
Did you look up at him like this?
Yeah.
Hey, Dave.
He was gonna go. Dave, I hope you're okay with me saying this. Dave was gonna go be an offensive lineman at Minnesota or Wisconsin, but he had a lot of concussions in Perry
damn.
because they were a terrible football team and they made him play as one of their best players on both sides of the line, and he just threw himself around. So Dave,
You know
sorry
what, Dave?
about that.
Good on you. You're
Yeah.
a tough son bitch, and we like tough son bitches around here. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Yeah. Bob Jones, lick your boom boom down. Yeah. Lick your boom
And,
boom down.
Dave did
Yeah.
have so many concussions. It's a lot of Canadians. Thanks, Canadians. Jim Carrey, Dana
Love Jim
Carvey,
Carrey.
right? Mike Myers. I think they're all
Martin
Canadian.
Short. Martin Short. He's my favorite
When
actor.
you go to Martin Short, I love Martin Short. Oh my
Me too.
gosh.
My favorite.
When you go to what is it, Epcot in Disney World, if you go to the Canadian Pavilion, Martin Short is narrating a film from like a documentary about Canada that's from like 1986.
I
They
love
still
him.
haven't changed it out.
Moira Rose, she's also from there. All right, guys. Now it is time for Aiden's Random Rundown, brought to you by the Iowa Corn Growers Association. Your voice matters. Look at you, Aiden. As an Iowa Corn Growers Association member, you help shape policies that impact your farm from the local level to Washington, D.C. ICGA fights for priorities set by farmers, including higher ethanol demand, expanded trade opportunities, and key tax credits. Be a part of the movement shaping the future of Iowa agriculture by signing up now at iowacorn.org/join. I just updated my membership, by the way. I am an Iowa Corn Growers Association member. Proud one.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I don't know why this is titled Aiden's Random Rundown because all the credit here goes to the dearly beloved Cade Murphy who put this
Dearly
together
beloved.
today.
Jeez. The dearly departed.
No, beloved.
Beloved. Yes.
Alrighty, since The Life of a Showgirl came out and I'm on the show, that means that Cade photoshopped out the title of all these Taylor Swift albums, and we're going to see what ones you guys can name.
Oh, boy.
Starting with, and first of all, Scott, I don't think you're a Swiftie, but I think you're in the know. So
Okay.
I
All right.
have some faith in you here.
Okay, all right. Oh, that's the debut
Speak
album.
now.
I don't know what it was called, though.
Speak now. Isn't
Our
it?
song?
No, it's just Taylor Swift. It's just
It's
Yes.
just the
Isn't it?
self-debut,
Yeah.
self-titled
Debut.
album.
People just
Yeah.
call it debut, so
Okay.
we'll accept that answer. You guys both get that one
Okay.
right. Next one. This is great audio, by the way.
Don't
I know.
say it, Mackenzie, because
We'll
you probably. This one is called. I think it starts with an F. Hold on. Fierce. No. That's not fever. Nah. Shoot.
Can I save you?
Give me the first letter. Is it F?
F.
It is.
Wait, this isn't Fearless?
Oh,
No,
damn it.
no.
Okay. Shoot.
Is this Speak Now?
This is Speak Now. Yep.
Shoot. Oh, this
I know this one.
is for. I think this is a shot.
This
for
is my favorite album.
Okay, I know this one.
Is this the one
It's a-
that has
it's
the
a year.
cafe on it? Begin
Isn't it
again.
a
That's
year?
my favorite one.
Or wait, is this Red?
It's Red.
They-
There you
okay.
go. Yeah. All right, believe this is the last one.
Oh, I know this one.
Isn't this the Tortured Poet Society?
No, it's not.
Damn it. Damn.
Torture Poets Department.
This is what you're going to get. This is what you're going to get
sorry.
if Iowa Nice Guy keeps talking shit. You're going to get a bad
Rap.
So close.
Reputation.
Yes, Reputation. There you go.
Sorry, Aiden. I really let you down.
No,
I was hoping
that's
you were
all right.
going to have Folklore or Willow
I know.
on there.
I know you know Folklore, but
That's my
Willow
favorite.
isn't an
That's
album.
it isn't.
Evermore.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Evermore. There.
yep. All right, next up. This one is directed at Scott specifically. Do you think there are more doors or wheels in the entire world?
Oh my God.
I go back and forth on this one.
Okay, so if you think about it, like a car has 4 wheels and 4 doors.
But an 18-wheeler has...
I think that there's got to be way more. Do you count a gear as a wheel? I kind of feel
That's
like
the
you
thing.
do.
That's what gets me. Is
Oh,
do you
God,
count that as a
even,
wheel?
I wouldn't have even thought of that. Is a gear a wheel? That is such
Yeah.
a guy question. Is a gear a wheel? Who cares?
What do you mean? It matters.
But
If
also,
it is.
the things you gotta think about too is like little Hot Wheels. Think of how many of those exist. That's
Yeah,
4
then-
wheels to no doors right there.
The
I'm
number
too
one
dumb for this
tire maker
question.
in the
I'm glad
world.
this isn't
It's
for me.
Lego, right?
That's right. Lego is
Yeah.
the number one tire producer in the world.
Yeah, but where's all that glitter going? Have we ever talked about that on this show?
Right into your lungs. I think
No.
it's. I'm going with wheels. I know that we can't find this answer out for sure, but I
So
feel
yeah,
like
people are asking only cars or bikes and stuff included. It's everything.
every wheel.
Every
even
wheel that you can
gears.
think of.
What do you think was invented first, the door or the wheel?
It had to be the door, right?
Don't we
I
always
guess, yeah,
talk
you just
about
went-
like the? Don't we always talk
Yeah.
about don't reinvent the wheel? The wheel is the wheel.
Eric says a gear is a wheel. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it has to be wheels then, right?
Yeah, I think the cavemen. I mean, I don't think some of their cars had doors. You know, the Flintstones. I think they
So-
just hopped right in there.
Let's flip the perspective here. What doors are we forgetting about? Like
You know,
cabinets?
like the band, the doors. I don't know. The doors in my house. I remember when we built this house having to order doors, and I was like, I've never thought about the amount of doors in a house.
Yeah.
And that
What
shit's
about like
expensive.
manhole covers? Do those count as doors?
That's a wheel. If you turn it on
oh,
its side and roll it down the road.
That's true.
That's a tie. Those are manhole covers are a wash in this. You
I
can't-
think you have to
both.
count it if it has a hinge.
Okay, it's got to have a hinge.
Oh my God.
Does a
Let's move
trunk
on.
count?
This is stressing me out. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm such a
here's a
hater.
good point. How many doors would a 10-story building have?
So many. But how
With
many
no wheels.
wheels? Right? Like if a pulley
Wait, a desk chair.
desk chair has wheels?
If they, yeah, I'm still going wheels, I think.
I think so too. We lost Mackenzie.
Yeah, you did. I am stressed. Why did that stress
Well,
me
this
out
is
so
why
much?
Kate directed it to Scott, not Mackenzie.
Good. Yeah, that felt like there was a gun to my head just now. I hated that experience. That was awful.
All right, which room would you rather go to sleep in? I got a video here for you guys. Turn that audio off. So there's room 1.
Okay. Oh, that's Tokyo.
Oh, that one.
Christmas time. If you got to tune in, go to YouTube. If
We got
you're
a follow-up
just
report too,
listening.
guys.
or Spotify. You can watch. Ooh, that's kind of cool.
It's on water. Gross.
I
Think of
think
the
I
mosquitoes.
think I'm going with the one. What about that's next to the ocean?
Is that the first one?
That
Or are you talking
3.
3?
Yeah.
This one that is
That's
like, it
outside.
looks like it's a dock.
What? You're gonna get bug bites up the ass.
Oh, fine. Okay. If it's windy, okay, I can't pick that one. I've done
No, you
actually
can't.
stayed in Tokyo. We had that view before. It is pretty sweet. Tokyo is awesome. This one is pretty nice. I like 1.
2
Two-
reminds me of Cameron's house in Ferris Bueller's Day Off when
Yes.
it's like out in the middle of
Yes.
the woods and they have all
Yes.
those windows and stuff.
I was thinking the house at Deus Ex Machina, that one. So it's kind of giving me a creepy robot vibe.
Okay.
Mm-hmm,
I think I'm with
3.
Mackenzie though.
Yeah, that one's so cozy.
The Christmas
That one-
vibe. Yeah,
oh,
I'm big into that.
That's so cozy. I love it.
Just a boring city, though.
Okay. Hater energy.
All right, that's all I got from Cade/Aiden's random rundown.
Woo woo!
What a wonderful segment.
Hey.
Thank you both so much for that.
Before we go to Overthinking the Wild, which I'm excited about, we have Iowa Wild coming back.
Woo woo!
That's right. October 11th is the home opener. Iowa is taking on the Chicago Wolves at 6 p.m. at the Casey Center. First 1,500 fans of the building will take home a season magnet schedule, and adults can enjoy 2-for-1 Confluence beers until puck drop. So Confluence beers, everyone. How do you say that? Icerettes will be
Oh, you know the
outside
Icerettes.
It just
You know the Icerettes. Don't act like
yes,
you don't know
it's
the
not.
Icerettes.
We won't emphasize the ISIS part. Icerettes will be
Or
outside
ice.
greeting the
Just kidding.
fans as they enter and perform live music during the intermissions, and there's autographs afterwards. And then kids' opening night is Sunday, October 12th at 5 p.m. So get on out, see the Iowa Wild this year.
Hey, Scott, do you know if we're doing anything this Friday with the Iowa Wild?
Old Scotty boy is going to be trying to stop some pucks going in the net in full goalie gear during the Murph and Andy show. Tune in live
Oh,
wherever
my
you
God.
watch things live on Iowa
Wear a
Everywhere
mouth
from Murph
guard.
and Andy.
What if you get your teeth knocked out? Are you going to wear a helmet?
No, we're sending him out there with nothing. No
Nothing.
protective gear, just
No.
No,
Godspeed,
you're
Scoot.
joking.
Yeah, I'm
You're
just going to
joking.
take it. You know, have you seen Happy Gilmore? Come on! 365 days till the next tryout. Ugh.
That was a little, but I'm all right.
That does remind me because Dave Stout, we stayed in the same dorm room or dorm apartment, or I should say dorm floor at Iowa State, and we had a ping pong table in the little lobby area, and we would take our shirts off, and then we would just take ping pong balls from the other side of the table and just fire them into each other, leave these big welts. And
Things
that's what
that
it was
women
like
would
being
never
an
do.
18-year-old.
That. Things that women would never do. That. Hit each other with ping pong balls or try to decide if a gear is a wheel. Stress me out.
You're missing a lot of life.
Yeah. That's true. All right, let's fire up these Overthinking in the Wild. Shall we just pick one, Aiden, and we will talk through it?
I'm going to randomly select one. We're going to go with this one. What are we working with here?
All right. Chili. This comes from Lounge113 on Instagram. I'm overthinking chili. What's the best things you add? I want to try new topping combos. Okay, I was just talking about chili yesterday because do you guys remember this story? I was craving chili yesterday. It was 51 degrees. It was cold. It was rainy. It was chilly weather. Do you guys remember the story of the woman that found the finger in her Wendy's chili? What?
Like a human finger?
Yes, and I have an update on this story, okay? This woman finds a finger in her chili at Wendy's. She goes up, she tries to get all this money out of Wendy's. It comes out that she had bought or acquired this finger from her coworker and put it into the chili so she could get money. Update. Here's the twist. Matt from our team texts me, that is the Wendy's from my hometown. I said, Matt, you're kidding me. That's the Wendy's from your hometown. He says, no. I said, okay, the next time you go there, I demand you take a photo at that Wendy's and send it to me. Make it into a postcard.
Yeah, put your finger on it. So
Put your finger on it.
here's the thing.
So
That's
not fingers.
illegal. You cannot traffic human body parts. Like this lady has to go to jail. That's
Yeah,
fraud, first off. But
she
second, you
got
can't
into
just
trouble.
have human being parts are with you at all times,
She got
other
in
than
trouble.
your own.
Yeah. It was not a good deal. I'm not saying it was good. I'm not saying I support it.
Jeez.
So no fingers. I don't know. Chili. What do you like chili? Are you a chili?
Oh yeah, I
enjoyer?
make a killer chili.
We should have an Iowa Everywhere chili cook-off. I know it's so basic, but I am a basic bitch. I love that kind of shit. I love fall.
mean-
I love chili. I love all of it.
Okay, we can do that. But
Okay.
That sounds like a lot to organize. Just come on over when I make my chili, okay?
Okay, you set the date, say we're having chili, bring your chilies, and I'll be over there.
Okay. What I really like if I'm just going with the healthy chili, just want to have, good amount, just good eating, then, you go with your basic hamburger. You probably want to mix in some sirloin. I have some nice cuts I get from Silver K Farms.
I
just
get mine at
south of Des
Fairway.
Moines.
Delicious.
And so I'll cut up some of that so you can get a nice mix of different meats in there. But if you want to put your chili over the top, shredded cheese on top,
Of course.
you got to take some Fritos and you got to
course.
crumple them up, okay? And you got to put those
course.
in.
Oh my God.
And saltine crackers. You think that's too much, but it's not.
I
Crumple it
actually
all
do-
up, try it.
I actually do think the corn chips and the saltines together is too much, but I trust you. You are my friend, and you've never led me astray, so I'm going to try it because I think
Give
I
it a
am going to make
shot.
that. I'm going to make that chili tonight. It's going to be freaking good.
I
Don't
would-
sleep on chicken chili. Don't sleep on white chicken chili. I've made a jalapeno popper chicken chili.
I'm not a big white sauce fan in my chili.
Okay. All right. Well,
I don't like white sauces.
I love white sauces.
Difference
have.
between me and you.
I guess. All right. What do we have next? Oh, love this. Okay. Devon 525 on Instagram. I'm overthinking the best Halloween movie villain of all time. Michael Myers for me. I hate scary movies, but I'm ready to go on this. But I want you to go first.
Best Halloween movie villain of all time. For me, it's Freddy Krueger because of
scary.
when I grew up. Now, if you go back and watch it now, there is nothing scary about Freddy Krueger. He's actually quite funny.
No, it's
But
so
as a
scary.
child, had this babysitter and her kid had like a Freddy Krueger poster up in the basement, and it was so terrifying. Didn't even want to go into that room. Those claws.
So scary. Oh yeah, when he's looking through his eye. he's
Yeah.
like that.
And it's so terrifying. His
Screw that.
ugly face. And if you go to sleep, he attacks you in the dream world. Come on. That's terrifying.
like
That means you
you're not
can't even
even
go to sleep.
You can't even do the halt method. You do the halt method, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger's gonna come get you.
That's right. Mackenzie,
Sucks.
what's your answer?
Okay, I was deathly afraid of. It's not a Halloween movie. Oh God, what's his name? Edward Scissorhands. Because I again was allowed to watch that at too young of an age.
That
And
one's
of
not
course,
scary.
I when you're 4 years old, it is
You're
scary.
scared of Edward Scissorhands?
Yeah, he was so scary.
No.
But okay, anyway, it's the witch from The Witches. She's turning all these kids into mice. She leads this convention of witches, and they all pull off their faces, and they're the scariest. So I'd say that bitch.
Dave
She's the
says
scariest.
Chucky.
Oh,
That's scary. In Pet Cemetery, I remember this is still when
I hate
forget-
that movie.
I forget who was under the bed, but as the guy or the gal stepped down and
It's
put
that
their
little
bed,
boy.
they cut the Achilles
Yes.
tendon.
Yes.
That's still terrifying. Every time I put my feet on the floor, that is still there. And then
Yes.
you have Pennywise,
Ugh.
which is definitely if you're not into clowns, that's a bad one.
I remember in
John
the
Bach
playroom,
writes in.
in my grandma's playroom at her house, she had this picture of a clown on the wall, and he has one single tear rolling down his face. Grandma, if you're listening, what the hell? What the hell? Nightmares.
I don't mind clowns.
Well, a sad clown.
I
It's like,
respect them. It's a
oh,
hard
well,
life.
you have
Do you guys
to.
remember, like, man, this is probably 10 or 12 years ago now, where there was random clowns showing up around Iowa
Well, it started in
yes.
South
on like
Carolina.
bridges and stuff? Yes, it was
Remember
like
with the
an
red
epidemic.
balloons. They'd come out of
Yeah.
the tree line. I mean, I'd be prime pickings for those clowns down here.
I've played a clown before. I got to do a full clown makeup with a circus clown. It's pretty sweet. They have these tube socks that they fill up with powder after they put your face on, and then they take that tube sock and they just whack you over the face. Pop, 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 pop.
Was this sexual?
No. This was
Oh.
a professional situation. Okay.
That sounds dangerous. That would hurt.
Well, when you're a clown, you can't feel anything.
Okay.
Isn't it rich?
All right. What's next?
Don't you approve? Send in the Clowns is one of the great songs. Okay.
Okay, this is actually from me, and I had this question last week. Okay,
You can't write into your own show.
Yeah, no, I can because I didn't want to bring it up in the post show. So I was saving it. Okay, so I had a birthday a couple weeks ago, and I was checking through all of my Facebook notifications on my Facebook timeline because I still have Facebook. Which, can I just say, I am so grateful for everyone that wished me a happy birthday. But that is a pain in the ass, and I know, it sounds fucking awful to say that it's a pain in the ass to go through and thank everybody. It is. However, I do appreciate all of the happy birthday messages. Okay. However, Facebook now, if Scott, say it's your birthday and I get on Facebook and I go to wish you a happy birthday, Facebook provides you with like 3 prompts that you can just click and it puts it on your wall. Okay. And it was clear that people were doing that and it's fine. But they were clicking this one that said, smile, it's your birthday.
Was this
Smile.
why?
It's your birthday. And I'm going through thanking everybody, saying thank you so much and adding a little anecdote that's, what the fuck am I supposed to say to smile? It's your birthday. Like,
because modern women love it when you tell them to smile.
Oh, I don't care about that. How am I supposed to reply to smile? It's your birthday.
I ran into this too within the last month. It was my birthday. No big deal.
Happy birthday.
And I didn't know that was a thing. I am not a big Facebook guy, but I have a lot of people that wanted to wish me happy birthday, which is very nice. And I saw that smile, it's your birthday. And the first time I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's nice. You added some character to it. And then I saw it the second time and I was like, well, that's funny because they said it too. And then I saw it a third time and I was like, oh, this doesn't have much meaning to it at all.
No, but it's also, there's no way to respond appropriately.
I just started putting a heart on all of them. I don't respond to them.
I did. I went through and I thanked everybody because as much of a pain in the ass as it is. What's that? Oh,
this is the
you gotta
real
go like
heart
this.
shape.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
It's more like leaning to. There we go.
Yeah, make it. We're so stupid. No, not you. We. Not
You're
you.
not wrong. You're definitely.
I would never
not
call
wrong.
you stupid. This.
I heard a funny observation from a Louis C.K. He was saying now people.
Isn't he canceled? You listen to that guy?
Yeah.
He's a bad dude, Scott.
No, Louis C.K. No, come on.
Yeah.
All right. He's not a bad dude. He did some things he shouldn't.
Depends
have
on
done.
who you ask.
Okay. He was saying nowadays someone can give the bullet points to AI to help them write a letter to a person. Then you'll send that letter to that person, and then that person will put that letter into AI to get the bullet points.
Yeah.
That's
like I said,
heartbreaking.
I've been saying this for months that it's making us so dumb. We are not using that muscle, our brain, anymore because we don't have to. It's making us so dumb. It's making us so lazy, and it's going to be the downfall of humankind. So anyway, happy.
Well, what a good show, everybody.
What a wonderful show. We had a bunch more, and we will push those to next week. But please, always, when we put up that prompt box, we love hearing what you guys have been overthinking.
Yeah. Thank you,
We
everybody.
love-
I've been looking at the amount of people who are watching, and it's just incredible. So thank you so much.
It is.
I can't
Yes.
believe you guys just will give us part of your day. We love giving you part of our day. So thank you. Genuinely,
We sure
genuinely.
do. That was such a nice, genuine thing of you to say, Scott.
Now I'm going to play ukulele.
All right, take us home, buddy. Thank you guys all for listening. If you haven't, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us everywhere, X, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, anywhere. And we will see you
I hope your
next-
favorite bands stay together.
Yeah, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.